Hi, today we're going to be changing the oil. This is my 1996 Dodge 2500 with a 5.9 V8 engine. Just had it built by Flightline out of Little Rock, Arkansas. It's an excellent engine, highly recommended, good quality. Today we're going to change the oil. We've got about 5,000 miles on this. I want to keep the oil clean during the first break-in period of about 10,000 miles. So anyway, we're going to get up underneath it and I'm going to show you how it's done and how you're going to see it. It's pretty much standard for all V8 Mopar products. Okay, we're going to get down here and get her done. What we're going to use is something that hold at least, I like at least 6 to 10 quarts. And we can pour it back out for recycling. Always wear your pair of gloves because you want to change your oil hot. Also safety glasses because you will get splashed on. Now for this particular engine, 5/8 inch wrench. You also might need to have a oil filter wrench. If not, they can come off pretty easy with just your hand. So let's go down underneath and show you how it's done. Okay, when you're up underneath here, it's always a good idea to kind of look around for any leaks or anything, especially on a new engine. And I think we're doing okay. Everything looks really tight. So here's the drain plug. It's this big black thing. This is on your oil pan. You want to put that wrench on there firmly and then twist it counterclockwise like that. Now position your pan up underneath here and just unscrew that plug until she gets out of there. And have your rag ready because it's going to come crashing down here in just a second. And there you go. Take your rag, wipe the plug off and wait for it to drain out. I usually like to let her drain till there's nothing dribbling out. Alright, this is probably the messiest part of the whole oil change. And this is where you really want to have your rag and your oil pan positioned just right underneath this. After a couple of these times you'll learn where this stuff falls. So you just reach up, just like with the drain plug, you just unscrew that thing. Sometimes you need a wrench, and I might need one on this time. There she goes. You just unscrew it and all of a sudden she's going to drain. That's where you need your safety glasses. And your rag. And you just unscrew it from the top and you'll feel it come off the threads. Once again, let it drain out as much as you can. You wipe off the face of where your oil filter fits on there with your rag. Make sure it's good and clean. You don't get any debris on it. Okay, what we're putting on is a PH16 Fram Extra Guard, and we're going to put in SAE just mineral oil because I don't want to put any type of synthetic in until I have at least 10 to 12,000 miles on this engine. So we're going to put on we have to prep the oil filter first. And how I prep it, take it out very carefully, check the gasket to make sure it is good. Then what I normally do is I just take just a little dab of just some regular motor oil and just lightly coat that gasket so when you're putting it on, it doesn't smear. Okay, now we're going to put the oil filter back on. So you put it up here on the spud, you center it on there, and you like to back thread it so you don't cross thread, and you just spin it on until it makes contact. What I do is I go just a light hand tighten, not as tight as you can do it, just barely hand tighten it, and then I go about a quarter turn forward and a quarter turn back. and I've never had one leak if I do that. That's all there is to putting your oil filter on and draining your oil up. Alright, the final step is 2 more steps. Fill it up with oil, make sure we get it all in, and fire it up, make sure we have oil pressure. So on this particular engine, you'll find something that says right here, engine oil or sea owner's manual, and that's just so you don't over tighten it. And this is where you actually put your engine oil in. So we unscrew that, put it down. Then I like to use just a good old funnel on this so I don't get things around and then messed around. And then I like to also put a towel down so that if I do spill, it doesn't get down on the exhaust headers and make a stinky mess. And then take the oil here and holding the funnel, start to pour it in until it's all in there. Now once you're done, put the lid on. Okay, we got it all dumped in. Now let her sit there for a little bit and use the rag to capture it so we don't drip any. And then we take our oil filler cap, plug her back on there until it clicks a couple of times. We got her on tight. That's all there is to putting the oil in. Now let's make sure we have oil pressure. Okay, we're ready to start it up. And right there's my oil pressure gauge. And we've got oil pressure. That means the system is tight. Let's come out and take a look, make sure there's no leaks around the oil filter. Everything looks good, and listen to that engine purr. Oh yeah. Looking down there, I don't see any drips coming off that oil filter. I think we're good to go.